Imagine walking up to a blackjack table, the chips are stacked high, and the cards are being shuffled. You might notice some tables have just 1 or 2 decks, while others seem to have a whole shoe full, maybe 6 or even 8 decks. Have you ever wondered if the number of decks makes a difference to your game? Well, when considering whether to play blackjack with many decks, the straightforward answer is generally no, if you have a choice. From a player's perspective, fewer decks are almost always more favorable than more decks. The core reason lies in the mathematics of card probability and the house edge. With fewer decks, the removal of each card has a more significant and predictable impact on the composition of the remaining cards. This means your chances of getting a natural blackjack, a 10-value card and an ace, are slightly higher with fewer decks. More decks dilute this effect, making it harder for favorable situations to occur with the same frequency. Essentially, every additional deck subtly increases the casino's built-in advantage against the player. This is why casinos prefer to use more decks. It helps maintain their edge over time. So what can you do with this information? First, always be observant when choosing your blackjack table. If you have the option, gravitate towards tables that use a single deck or a double deck shoe. These games, all else being equal, offer you better odds. Second, regardless of the number of decks, consistently use basic strategy. This mathematically proven method tells you the best play for every hand, minimizing the house edge. Even with many decks, perfect basic strategy is your most powerful tool. Finally, do not let deck count be your only factor. Look at all the rules. Here is an insider tip. Sometimes, the number of decks is less important than other specific rule variations at the table. For instance, a single deck game might pay only 6 to 5 for a natural blackjack, meaning you get $6 for every $5 you bet. In contrast, an 8-deck game that pays 3 to 4 a natural blackjack, where you get $3 for every $2 bet, is actually a much better game. Always prioritize the 3 to 2 payout. Another critical rule to watch for is whether the dealer stands on a soft 17, meaning a 17 made with an ace. This rule is more favorable to the player than if the dealer hits on a soft 17. These rules can affect your odds more significantly than an extra deck or two. Ultimately, your best strategy for playing blackjack effectively involves a careful blend of understanding the impact of deck count and scrutinizing all other game rules. By selecting games with fewer decks and, even more importantly, with player-friendly rules like a 3 to 2 blackjack payout, and the dealer standing on soft 17, you position yourself for a more enjoyable and potentially more successful session at the blackjack table. It is about making smart choices to maximize your fun and minimize the casino's advantage.